Hello, and welcome to another ByteLinks developer recording. So, a little bit of something happened between the last time we worked on Limited Siege. You notice in the minimap we have progress, and that is because I forgot to press the record button on part 2. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff done, fixed a few bugs inside the compiler, or not compiler, the game, and now things are a bit different. So I'm just going to go briefly over what we did, and yeah. So first off is just kind of structure about how we ended up scripting things. So last time we didn't have any scripting; we just had the map laid out, and I think maybe one or two of the modifiers set up for the players. So we have this limited siege main, and let's clear those out. And we're going to have this be the sequence for the whole game. So we have like map shopping round, we have a wave, map shopping round, and we'll kind of just like go through these as like, what's the word? We'll go through them one by one until you like have done all of the things. So I'll go like shopping round, wave 1, shopping round, wave 2, shopping round, wave 3. So these themselves are trigger sets. So if we go to shopping round, for example, that has 3 sets. It has the spawn shop set, and the power shop buy, and the charge shop buy. So this does like a refresh, if I remember correctly. Wait 1 second, and then it spawns the shop tokens. And then let's go back. And then these here are actually doing the power-ups. So these are like the triggers to say you like went and bought something. There's also a prompt shop power-ups here to be like, hey, you should go, buy power-ups or whatever. So let's just look at what it looks like in game real quick, and it'll be a little bit more obvious, I think, what's happening. So we have these trigger volumes set up here for like buy wires, buy platforms, buy lances, buy shields, triplexes, and ray. Now you'll notice down here I've put on some modifiers for these so that you have a limited number of them. Everything's free, but you only have so many number of charges to use. Up here is a power-up, so this actually gives you more power. In this particular case, we've set it up so this gives you like plus 25 health and 25 build time. So now our wires, instead of having 50, they have 65 health. The shield would also give us like some shield benefits, and we can see this one working. We can just move this. Let's go. And we'll move it into the lances. So we have 3 lance charges right now, and now we have 6. Right? So I can go over briefly how that worked. Oh, and now the sequence continues and the limited siege starts. So I'm thinking we do 1 buy round at the very beginning. The siege starts. You do a thing, like a whole wave, and then you have another buying round. You do a whole wave, another buying round, etc. So yeah, that's kind of the goal. We want to do a decent amount of refinement of these triggers, so we'll probably be resetting them. There's just a couple of kind of smaller things that are important. So yeah, Ray's only like a 60-second, or no, it's a 2-minute cooldown. It's actually not very good early game. You want to like save all these up if you can, so you can use them later. Much Ray damage. All right, so yeah, and then the wave comes from up here. This is just a recorded action, and you'll notice there's ping trails. We'll go over those in just a second. It's a review, but like they send a thing at you, and I'd be like, I'm just gonna ray it again. It's right back there, and you'll notice when we capture these here, and here's the next one coming. But when we capture these, there's a cool part to them, which is if we demolish them, we get a charge. So now I can build one of my turrets. And our turrets are particularly strong. So like, hey, I'm going to build one here. That seems good. Right? Oh no, we can't because we don't have enough wires. So in this case, let's get rid of those. And we are going to move the wires to the other place. And there we go. Bam! You'll notice this is like doing a double shot too. It's because it's got quad shot, which is one of the upgrades I've provided. So the whole idea is that you want to like capture stuff, but like conserve your charges. I don't have very many wire charges. You'll notice these ones can't be demolished. So this is because they are blue player, and blue player, even if you capture it, they have buildings that are not demolishable. So anything in the shop you can't demolish for the purposes of like getting charges of things. But you can demolish stuff over here that you've built or was like part of the level startup. Now, I've only set up the first three, or the first wave, which is just one small attack from each player. So at this point, we would probably do another shop round, in which case you'd be able to like buy more stuff. Oh, actually, there's something kind of tricky. While you're in doing a shop, you can do like the entirety of green. I think we have to put a time limit on your shop somehow. Or we have to give, like, because we want this to be a real-time experience. So if I have infinite time to do shop at this point, I can just do all of green and get, like, all of the value from doing this. So we actually probably do want to put a timer on how long you have to be in the shop. And that's just probably a delay until the next attack. Where it just, like, maybe it does the trigger. I kind of want to redo the shop so it's a little bit more, what's the word? It's a little bit more, like, procedural. I don't know if that's a good word. Like, right now, it is like a whole, like, stage. And I kind of want to make it more like you could save up tokens, right? So, like, you have tokens here. And those like spawn or whatever. But that's like maybe not great. Because like what if you want to save it, right? So like you move it here. See, that was one I built, so we should probably also have there be a wire in it so you don't lose one every single time you move this thing. Yeah, we'll want to do that, I think. But I like, right now, this shop can't finish because these triggers are only active. So like you'll see that they're active there. If we use these, you'll see they actually disappear. That's because they're no longer like happening or whatever, right? But I kind of want to let it so that the timer can go on. These tokens can stay here unused. And then, like, you know, you have something. Okay, so there's that. There's a couple other things I want to do, but, like, let's go in and look at the actual triggers themselves so that it can show you kind of how stuff works. So let's go. First, let's look at pings. So I have all of these different pings. These are all Mac actions. So here, for example, we have PT North 1. This will repeat for 20 seconds. I set the ping type to priority. That's why it's like red, exclamation mark. The arrow options are show arrow when off screen. So it won't show it unless it's not off screen. I use the default particle distance. You could make this so that the particles have more distance between each other. This is particularly good for like journey maps where it's like I don't need a continuous stream of like blue or red pings. All I need is just like every 10 seconds. So increasing this will reduce the number of particles that are shown on a particular trail. All of these have the same values for what they are for in here, but they actually have a different place in them. So this is ping trail 5 north. And so if we go up here, we see, hey, there's the beginning, and here's the end of that trail. So I'm just going to press C because I don't want to actually change that at all. Yeah, that's working just fine. And so that's kind of how ping trails work. These are then triggered by the waves themselves. So if we look at wave 1-1, you'll notice it does ping trail west 3, which is the middle one. And then it does recording 1-1, which is a set AI deck to west wave 1, where west wave 1 is like AI thing. So if we go here, this is the deck, and it has just a recording of west mid small. So we kind of are going from the trigger, ping, recording, gives that to the player. This is for red player. And this is the recording we recorded. We put it as discard after use because we don't want we don't want to have anything happening. That makes sense. Words. We don't want to keep doing it over again. We want it to just happen once for that player. All of the AIs are just empty. So if we go to the players for like red, for example, they just have 3 lanes of AIs. I might use this for later because I want to like push a card or a deck to this AI, and that AI. And if we look at the recording, that's what this AI number is. So right now the first one is doing this, but we could also set that to 2 or 3. And then that would allow us to be able to have multiple of these working together. Now, I don't know how useful that's going to be in terms of like composing enemy waves, but we'll see how it goes later on. Okay, so that's kind of how the pings and the waves work. We did that. That was the recorded part that was completely lost, and then I got sidetracked on bugs and making the shops and stuff. So let's talk about the shops just briefly. So those are just, like I was talking about earlier, just a bunch of building triggers. And we just do a building. We set the location, and that's where like the little boxes are. We don't do any objective. We just say, hey, Cyan claims it with a blockade. And if Cyan claims it with a blockade, then we trigger. And the triggering for this is we buy Lance charges. Right, that does the thing, and then we reset the charge shop. And that's what actually gets rid of the platformed blockade. I would like to change this to a specific silo. So right now it resets this whole block of the map. And I think I just want to reset this like block of 6, or I think I want to actually maybe make it so it's only like 2. Like it's a single entry, so you can only put in 1 at a time. That way you can't like lose 1 token. And it also means that maybe there's like some that require 2 tokens. Right? Like we could make it so that some of these cost more. Which would be interesting. Right? Like, hey, maybe the Surger upgrade costs 2 tokens because it's extra good. Or the shield upgrade, that just costs 1. The turret upgrade costs 2 tokens. I'm not sure. We'll see about that. I'm feeling a little iff about it, but maybe. Certainly there's some possibilities to have like multiple tokens. I think I want to mostly like just have the player use them pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, back to finding what we want to do. Oh, there's also a to-do list. Like there was a lot we did last session that just kind of was lost to the wind because I didn't press this button. Yeah, so we want to make a trigger that whenever you kill Green HQ, you add 2 ray charges to the player as like an extra bonus. Oh, you'll notice we didn't have the triggers for all of these set up. That's because we didn't have the upgrades, right? So we'll want to do that. We will want to do that. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, so Yeah, let's work on this. I think that let's just work off on this list here. Let's do this. This is a good like warm up. Just be like, hey, when you kill like this HQ, you get a thing. Oh no, I built some wires someplace. Oops. I built wires all over the place. I'm gonna re-enable that. Enable health for hover. Give me all the UI. I was doing recording for trailer stuff a while back, and I'm like, turn that all off. I'm like, okay, turn it back on. And I guess we got rid of that. Okay, so let's go and make the trigger for this. So I kind of think we can just do a single trigger that's just like across the whole level, and it's when a green HQ dies. Well, so we want it to happen 2 times, which you have to have 2 separate triggers for. So let's just make a trigger set for green triggers. So triggers, and this is going to be a set, and then that's going to have some building ones. So destroy top HQ and destroy top HQ. So that's going to be lime, destroy, capture, or loss of 1 HQ. No timeout. We don't really want an objective. And our area is there. So lime player loses, right? Operation building takes damage. Operation building is killed or demolished. So we could also do mourn, but I'm just gonna do destroy. You can't actually capture it, so we'll do it just to destroy. We want these to be kind of simple for players to see later. We should put green on this. Destroy green top HQ. And then we're going to copy this bot HQ. And then all we need to do for this is just set a position. Should be there. And now we want these to award on the destroy those things. So I think we can just do the buy ray charges. This gives us 1. So we could just do buy ray charges twice. Yeah, let's do charge. Oh, wait, does this... No, this doesn't do the dialogue. Yeah, it's just separate. So we'll just do buy ray charge, buy ray charge. Buy ray charge. And then for top, it's the same. Buy ray charge, buy ray charge. And so now when we kill those, we should get some charges. Probably we should also have some dialogues to tell the player, because they're probably not going to notice. +2 ray charges. And then for the bottom, +2 ray charges. You got to let them know what happened. Then we got to add them here. So destroy, and then we got to add to the level. So this is just a separate one. Green triggers. Yeah, that's fine. These will be independent. I think I want to do also one that's independent. And the shopping round, that will be a thing that delays and finishes or whatever. But it'll be mostly just a prompt and a timer. The spawn tokens is going to be not spawn tokens, the actual like refreshing or buying of powers, I think we're going to put in somewhere else. So these 2 parts. So we'd have just this and then like a delay that just gives you like 30 seconds or whatever, right? But first we want to test the other part first. So let's just test this and see what we got. This actually might be pretty hard to do. So I am going to, like, donate to the players some goods. Not. Because otherwise it'll be very difficult to, like, test this time-wise. So we want some lances. We would like some shields. We would like some turrets. And that should be adequate for the amount we need. Okay, so we should have a trigger that when we kill green, oh yeah, actually. Okay, and then here we can do this. And we're just trying to go fast. So. Oh no, we wore out our own shield because their wire was inside of it. Oh no, wait. Oh, you're out of wires. Shoot. And we can't... Didn't we destroy a bunch of platforms? Okay. And... Ah, I'm out of wires again. Yeah, the wire economy. Okay. 3 wires. Yeah, wires are going to be really important. Anyway, so we have 1 ray, so we should now get 3, and it should give a dialogue. Hey, +2 ray charges. We didn't actually get ray charges, though. What's going on there? So the dialogue happened, but like, yeah, so buy ray charges, player 1 permanent, add 1 ray charge. Action charge delta is a +1. I'll have to look into that. That may just be a bug somewhere in the code. Fire laser. Yeah, +1. We'll need to look at that. But that should work. Anyways, the trigger setup, it is working. So I think we're pretty happy. So the next thing we should do is, I think, work on this shop here. So let's go and look at our main trigger set. So the thing I wanted to do was basically make 2 trigger sets. One that's for the power shop and one that's for the cycle shop. So if we go to the trigger set for this one, yeah, so this is the power shop, and we're going to rename this to cycle, or loop rather. Power shop loop, and this is not going to have the prompt, it's just going to have the 2 triggers. And then we want the charge shop, rename charge shop loop. And we're going to move both of these into this part. Power shop, charge shop, and then in here, a shopping round is not going to have either of those. And those are going to like restart themselves. So as soon as you've finished them, it will create another of the cycle. But I think that means we have to do a set of sets, because we have to have it go in a sequence, do one shopping, and then the next trigger set resets itself. But we'll configure that in a second. So this sets the spawn token. That's fine. Yeah, I think this is actually good. We can leave that. These, however, yeah, so if any of these succeed, and then we want something to happen after it, which is a bit problematic, because we want exactly something to do it. So let's do spawn shop triggers. We'll use a really old word from StarCraft 2, beacons, right? And then we need to put one thing above it. So the way we go above it would be to make a set, create. This is going to be a set of sets, and this will be the charge shop loop, I guess. And so that's going to have the charge shop beacons. This is going to be a sequence. And then we want to have a set of set that just is like reset charge shop, right? Or yeah, we could do reset charge shop. I think that makes sense. It's not really a it is a reset sort of, but like go to, continue, repeat. Yeah, repeat charge shop loop. So we're going to create just a normal set for that. Repeat charge shop loop. And we want the charge shop loop to have the repeat. And the repeat is just going to have a single trigger that's an execute trigger to do that. Repeat charge shop loop is an execute. You know what might be a good addition is just having a second thing here, which is like on startup for map actions and then on ending. That way these sets and sets of sets can have various like repeats happen without having to like make more of them. Like I was trying to figure out how to best make this system easier to use, and I think that's a way to do it, because then you don't have to create all these extra assets, right? So the charge shop, this does the repeat, and then the repeat does the repeat. And then this is an execute loop, which doesn't show delay of 0. And this then does an execute action, which is to push back that whole block. Not these ones, but the top layer one. The loop, right? Okay, so here, you have to make a map action for that now. So this is going to be set where, what is it called? Create trigger set. And so this will be like repeat charge shop. Condition none. And we want to go, nope, that's not right. We want, what is it? It's the like charge shop loop. So then that does the charge shop beacon triggers. I'm gonna put triggers on here. charge shop beacon triggers, and then we have the power shop beacon triggers, which is, you know, largely the same. And then we have the repeat charge loop. This is just the charge shop. Maybe we should just not have the loop as part of this, because it's like, I mean, it is looping. Sequence, do this, do this. So now I just need to make a copy of this, basically. This will be power shop loop. And then, like, yeah, power charge loop. Hang on one second, I need to do think. Okay, yeah, so now here we just want this to be the power shop beacon triggers. Get rid of that. And then we need to make another one of these. So we'll just do a copy of this. Repeat power shop loop. This is not going to have that. It's going to have a trigger. And we need to make... We could just... Oh, this repeat of charge shop is not doing the charge shop anymore. Where's charge shop loop? Or no, repeat charge shop. Yeah, I guess we didn't put it on it. And then this is the map action to do here. Okay, cool. So repeat, charge shop. Let's go to the power one. Repeat, power one. We need to make a copy of this. Wait, did we already make a copy? No. Repeat, power shop loop. We need to make a copy of this. Repeat, power shop. And this is, instead of the power shop, it is the, or charge shop, it is the power shop loop. And then back here, power shop, repeat power shop. And here, this is the repeat power shop loop trigger, I believe. So let's just run through this real quick, because that was a lot of things, and my brain's a little bit spinning on it too. So, okay, so we have the charge shop, the power shop loop. Charge shop goes here. It has the charge beacons, the charge loop. The charge loop will repeat, does a repeat, does that, goes here, and we're back to the center, right? We've done a whole loop. Great. Now let's go back to main and look at that. So we have our power shop, repeat charge shop loop. That should go second. And it's the wrong one. So repeat power shop loop. Yeah, so do the power shop beacons, repeat power shop loop, repeat power shop loop, and we got ourselves our loop going. Sweet. Yeah, I think it would be cool to just have this be able to call the map action directly, because making another set, another trigger is like 2 extra resources, when it's just like, no, I want you to just like at the end of the set, like just call this. And we could do like failure and success, or we could do startup, failure, and success for map actions on these. I feel like that would save a lot of time for people. Let's write that down, because I've been trying to figure out what's a good decision on what to do with these, because they kind of want looping behavior in a lot of cases, but for reasons we don't want to do like traditional looping things, and so we have to like push more triggers on. So we want to add to trigger base trigger set a startup, map action, success, map action, failed, map action. And that should make making this logic a lot easier, because instead of this repeat calling into the set, calling into a trigger, calling into this map action, we would literally just put repeat power shop at the end of here, right? We would just put this as a thing. So, or sorry, right at the end of this, right? So instead of this here, we would just put the map action and say, hey, repeat it, which would be so much simpler. And then if you failed and you wanted to like branch, it's a lot easier to choose, hey, I want to go left or right, because maybe this isn't like always a succeed like it currently is, or I should say it waits until one succeeds. Maybe it's got a timeout or some other failure case. And so maybe you actually want to do a branch in a set of sets or a set. Okay, so this is looking pretty cool. Now, what this should mean basically is that these triggers don't go away. Now, we don't want this prompt here, and those power-ups can stay the same. Now, each of these has this like reset charge shop bit, and I kind of don't want to do that, right? I want to only reset, so that resets the whole area here, like I was mentioning before, and I just want them to reset like one space. Now, the way that this currently works is if you just move into any of these 6 spaces. But there's a neat thing we could totally do, which gives us the ability to have more dynamic costs, which seems really interesting to me, that once you move a blockade in there, you can't move it out, and so it counts as one claim. So if we did, like, hey, you have to claim 3 times on this trigger, you'd have to put in 3 blockades and you can't move them out. So you're like committing a token to this upgrade, which I think would be a really cool thing to do. So, for example, if we did this, you move a token in here and the trigger says you have to do 2 claims, then this requires 2 tokens to actually have. And then also we don't want people to waste tokens accidentally. So like, for example, if like somehow things get platformed, that's not great. We actually probably just want to disable that entirely, I would think. Yeah, so this one takes 2. Yeah, this one takes 2, and then it resets this block here. The Surger upgrade probably is really good. Maybe that takes 3 or something. We could extend this out and have the really expensive upgrades go here. So let's see. 1, 2. No, it's hard to differentiate that in terms of the size or whatever. So if you do this, then you can break it, because you can like go up and down. If we did here, then it's like 1, 2, 3. And then if you merge one, you can put it in still. If we do like that. Walls. I kind of don't like the walls and how they look. But maybe if we do them to there, it'll look better. Like, I want to differentiate these spaces as being like, oh, there's 2 spaces here to fill in. So this will be worth 2, this will be worth 2, and I don't know what this upgrade's going to be. Maybe it's the ray and it... Or no, sorry, this will be worth 3. And you do that. Okay, so you push one in, push one down, push one in, or you push up. Yeah, we'll just do like push one, and then the last one being there. Like, I kind of just want more space, and I can just get it. So we could just do like that. And because I want to have this thing like exist, we need to have it be longer than one space. Okay. And then okay, so that goes 2 over, so that's 5, 5. Oh, no, it's not centered. But it actually costs 3. Does the thing I want it to do. Could make this one cost 4. That could be neat. Oh, wait, no, I'm very silly. Oh, no, they can't be too deep. Sorry, they can't be too deep. Because then you could push them out and back in. And so it would trigger the claim twice. It might be interesting to do with claim, where it's like claim, unclaim. So that we don't have to like be so creative about the placement and building of beacons. I mean, I like being clever, but, you know, it's kind of hard sometimes. Takes extra brain power. Okay, so that's a 2, and that's a 2. Let's just do this. We'll make the shops a bit smaller. So I don't like putting it at the very top because then you're like commit to it if you start going to it and you can't push back. But maybe no, we don't have room up top. So like that's probably good. Okay. Let's put back the buildings. Hey, there's a wire there. Hey. There is a shield there. And then we could compress other stuff. I don't know how much we want to, but we certainly can. I don't like how the walls kind of look here. If we just do 3, it looks a little better. Alright, 1, 2, 1. So the first one, we should probably ping each of these stalls for the very first shop. Or we could continue pinging them without an arrow and just always have pings here, repeating forever and ever and ever. Never-ending ping. Okay, and we wanted this to cost 1. So we'll do 2x2s. This one will cost 2. And then this one can cost 3. And not have it be kind of weird in its spacing. 1, 2, 3. This one can cost 4. And we'll need to expand that a little bit. But like, it's an HQ upgrade. It's expensive. It's expensive. And we want you to spend tokens. So like, yeah. So we want this like mid-row to be empty to indicate, yeah, you don't want to have stuff there. And then we just throw a blockade at that point. So you can't leave. You cannot leave this shop. I don't know why it shows that. It's kind of weird. If we do a save tile, does it actually stick around? It does. Testing a thing real quick. Probably doesn't matter. It could be just a visual bug. It does appear to be a visual bug. I think it's that these buildings like sometimes claim the space or something. And now green. No, let's put this the center because it wasn't the center before. Hits. Okay, so we have some cool places to do a 1 upgrade, another 1 upgrade. Yeah, I can dig it. Okay, so now we need to do a reset for each of these, and like maybe these upgrades are gonna do crazy stuff for the really expensive ones. Like Ray reduces cooldown by like half or something, so you can have a Ray every 1 minute, or maybe it's even like 75%. It's even more crazy than that. If you get it twice, then you have a Ray. Let's see. If you quartered 2 minutes, you get 30 seconds, and then you quarter 30 seconds, you get what is that, like 8 seconds? Yeah, if you spent 8 tokens on HQ, you better have a really good laser. You better really have a good laser. All right, so this is pretty neat. This center area is open because that's where we're going to spawn tokens, and if your tokens stay there, they could get erased because we don't currently have like a generalized spawn. It's a copy-paste to be like, hey, I want to just like replace the buildings within this space with something different. All right, so let's do the resetting behavior on these. So if we go to our trigger, there is the power-ups. So if we go to power-up wires, for example, that has the power-up for the wires and then the reset power shop. So we want to get rid of that, and we want to add a new map action, which is reset, or maybe we should call it like clean or something. I want to use a specific verb so it's easy to like find later. Burn. Let's burn power up wires or something. Because we're burning the tokens. We're using them. I guess burn kind of has a negative connotation. Use? No, it's not like that. The power up part is the using, and this trigger is more the using. I don't know. This will be a copy paste. Clean, erase, wash, clear. Kind of works. Clear power wires. Create select copy area. So we'll just do that one area, paste area, triggers, clear, power up, wires. Okay, cool. So now we just do one for the shields. Copy, clear, power up, shields, copy, select copy area, there. And now we'd like to be able to, yeah, so we want to make more of these. So we have these two here. And we would like to do more. We would like to do more. I am trying to think about how that should do. We'll just make the triggers and go. So we're going to copy this. We have lances to do. So what's the lance power up? I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll make a copy of this. Power up lances. Permanent upgrade. We don't want this. We want to make one of these. This is going to be an upgrade, so power up lances, upgrade, create. We got to be careful with copying these because it'll keep the exact values, and there's a lot of things in upgrade. So how are lances better? First, let's put lance. Second, so maybe they're 20% stronger. I don't know. What's an interesting way to make it so that you have them? How to make stronger? I think we mostly just want to do damage, honestly. So, you're spending 1 token for this. So that's probably like a 20% damage increase. And then if we do a 10%, like oh wait, this is actually going to be 0.9 because we want to. Oh, these don't have tooltips. Dang it. It would be nice if those had tooltips. Put a note down. Add tooltips to, this is internally in code called general upgrade. None for the, words. Building specific changes. Yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this is going to require a smaller number. It's weird that we call this attack speed multiplier, though, because then a higher number would make sense to go faster. We'll go 1.1 and damage of 20%. And so then we can go back to our map action and do our power up lances. Trigger. We want this to be power up lances. Oh, also, pro tip, if you just made something, it's always going to be at the bottom of the list until you've like exited and re-entered the project. So, don't have to find things. It's always just where it should be, at the bottom of the list. Okay, so power up lances. Now this needs to be, well, it should probably have a better, clear message. So plus 20% lance damage and plus some persons lance damage, lance attack speed. Okay, cool. So this needs to be now part of that charge of the trigger beacons. Yeah, so here. So this is going to be power up lances. Bam, we got lances now. We can test that. In fact, sure. Let's do that. Let's see that it does the thing we expect it to do. Oh, we're not spawning the tokens because we're doing a bunch of rework. Oh, no, we do have one. Okay. That goes down to 3. Okay, that's weird. We also don't have the lance point. But, like, this is working now for there. We commit. Go for wires. Give me wires. Wires become strong. Okay. Cool beans. I think we'll just have the prompt show up for a little while. Just be like, go shop things. And then they'll just disappear. Oh, dang. I should have gone back to editing. Okay, so for whatever reason, this didn't have the point and the others were like too big. They were too large. Triggers. Power up lance. Clear. Place. I want power up shield. Clear. Place. I want power up wires. Clear. Place. Okay. Now, a thing that was weird was we were resetting the bottom, and we shouldn't be doing that. But we also don't have a reset for this one yet. See, this is the clear the wires power up. It should not be that way. It should only clear... Sorry. This one does not have that. So we need to make a map action that does that real quick. So map action, create. We can just go to the other clears. Copy, clear, power up, lance. Select copy area. Paste. I'll get rid of that. Cool. Gotta add it here. Clear lance power up. Bam. Looking good. Lance attack speed and damage. Cool. Let's do turret. Now turret is going to actually take 2 and we'll stretch across these 2 spaces and it'll reset them. So that'll be a little bit different, right? So copy, power up, turret. Copy, trigger, place, turret, these 2. This is a 2 claim. You got to claim it twice. Turret. Let's do plus 25 turret damage and plus 1 chaining. Like, this is a good upgrade. And now we need to make it. Well, we need to make the applier first. So we'll do here. We don't want the clear. You know, while we're on the clear, actually, let's just do that real quick. Clear, turret, power up, turret. Copy. And we can just clear power up turret. And then we want power up here. Copy this. Yes, copy. Power up. Turrets. Copy. Not this one. We now need to make the actual modifier itself. That's going to be an upgrade. Power up the turret. And so we want to go to turret. Just a ways down. Okay, so what we wanted to do was 25 damage and 1 chaining. So delta change count. Do a +1. You can only go up to +5. This should not... Yeah, this should be different values. This one, like, you can go between 0 and 6. Or 1 and 6, I should say. Okay, so number... +1 chaining, and then we wanted 25 or 20? 25. Okay. So the power up there, and then this applies that and says, hey, power up the turret. The trigger is then like, yo, power up the turret. Let's change the order of that. And then power up turret needs to go into the set for that whole block, which is power shop loop, beacons, power up turret. Cool deal. Cool. Okay, so this one takes 2, which means we want to spawn like 2 tokens to be able to test it. Let's just make like one that spawns like 10 tokens, just so that we can test them all into the future, but like we'll reset it later to be less than that. So currently that's done in the shopping round here. So let's... Yeah, so this does spawn power token. This is on startup, right? Yeah, so we just do this immediately. Yeah, we wait 1 second, then we spawn tokens. A really easy fix would just be like, wait 1 second spawn, wait 1 second spawn, wait 1 second spawn, or whatever. You can have like an infinite supply. But we'll just change the power tokens themselves to... We need to make a thing. So first off, do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang it, it's not even. Okay. And then we need to put blockades on them. And we want to make a copy of this. So we're going to say spawn power shop tokens many. Right? And then we're going to select the copy area. Paste area, bam. So back in this trigger, we're just gonna do spawn many tokens. Like this is more like debug. This be a debug. Okay. Test. And this is so we can test the multiple. Right, so first off, let's just test, did we break anything? Oh, they need to be cyans, because cyans are platformable and blues aren't. Oops. I got the player wrong. The copy paste needs to use blue, or the main player, right? Oh, that's super weird. So we want the wire to be blues, the dark blues, Put the platform and blockade to be the other players. Yuck. Okay. I guess we'll just have you lose the wires. I can't think of an alternate solution at this time. Okay, so let's go to that map action, which was the debug one. Debug, select copy area, paste. There we go. Delete them. And then, like, when we do this, it will just erase all of those, is the thing, right? So, the test. Oh, wait 1 second. I'll have, and then bloop. Okay, so now they should be movable. Like, hey, power wires. So here's turret. 1, 2. Perfect. That's super cool. I like it. And then for this one, we could do 1, 2, 3. Hey, I got cool Surger upgrade by pushing 3 tokens in. And these ones take 4 tokens. This is the 4 token cost. So, yeah. Okay. So, let's make Surger, and then let's make the Ray. I don't know what the Ray is going to do. Probably it's going to reduce the cooldown by a bunch, 75%, and up the damage by maybe like 25%. It'll be real good. Like, our turrets now, like, they're pretty good, I want to say. Let me build these. That's weird. It doesn't count demolishing. Huh. Okay, let's put one like here. See how it goes. Show me your strength. Did that actually apply? Hang on, let's look. We're gonna go back and test. What was it before? What was it after? The damage didn't change. That's not good. The damage didn't change. Why? Why it be that way? That one didn't clear either. Okay. Well, shield's broken, and our damage upgrade's not happening. So let's look at both of those. So that's going to be the map action for clearing shields. Select copy area. Paste. Like, it should be able to paste over that. It's possible we have a bug with, like, pasting exactly one space. Maybe, I don't know. And then the upgrade. So let's go to power up turrets. Does the power up turrets? Oh, they're not set to. Okay, this is the problem. If you don't set this to the proper thing, it won't let you do the bottom parts, which is a little bit confusing. If we look at lances, we've done it correctly there. This is a bit of a gotcha. We should probably put a note on it to be like, hey, careful. If the target building type is not the one you have set, then you become sad. All right, so next, these two upgrades. What do we do for... Well, okay, let's test the turret real quick. It'll like take 2 seconds. And then we'll look at Surger. Bop, bop, bop. Hey. Why do we not do more damage? I'm confused what's happening there. That's weird. Something strange is happening. So the trigger is firing for power up, which does the clear, and then we do a power up. Cyan permanently gets power up turret. Why is this set to shield? Okay. Was I modifying the wrong one? Like, what does this have on it? If we go look at... This should be turret, right? It's not modifying shield. It is modifying... Okay, so that's good. And then... Oh, we called it shield power up. Let's rename these. Turret power up. And Lance power up. Yeah, these general upgrades are really powerful. You can do a lot of stuff, but it's also easy to mess them up. So that's what the setups, the other setups are non-additive, so they like don't stack. So you generally don't want to use those for like this sort of like power up upgrade sort of thing, unless you applied like one that's a stronger one each time. But in this case, I want them to be able to stack infinitely. So like, you know. Okay, do we get... Finally, there we go. We got 21 damage now, and we got an additional chain. +1 chain. 25 damage, chaining. Let's use this. We got our firing squad. Okay, they should be moving like at the 10-second mark, right about here. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, they took a while to attack. That makes me think that they should get quicker attack speed too. But like, it's probably good. Let's do one here. Send it at me. I mean, I know it's working because it changed this DPS number. There you go. You can see the devastation is strong with upgrades. Okay. So that upgrade's done. We didn't test the Lance one. Dang it. Test everything, because otherwise you don't know actually if your game is working. You just think it is. Okay, lances. That's more damage. That's not a number I recognize. I think it's supposed to be actually... Okay, so this is weird because that was 25%, so I think that multiplier was going the wrong way for the attack speed. So let's go and change that back. So if we go to the modifier, the Lance power up, this should be 0.9. Okay. See, testing your stuff. It's important. It tells you things. Okay, next upgrade is the Surger. I think we want to do a speed upgrade and a pretty big health upgrade, maybe? Or like a medium health upgrade and then a nice damage upgrade. Like, it's 3 tokens. You could get 75% bonus. Well, 25, 25, and 25. Which is actually better than 75 because it, stacks on top of each other. You could get really strong on some of this stuff. But like if you get like wires and surgers, like we need to make surgers strong with this upgrade. So let's do the upgrade first. That seems like actually the trickiest part so far. So let's create an upgrade, and this will be the Surger Power Up. Like, you could probably only get 2 of these ever. I'm imagining you have maybe between 7 and 10 tokens throughout an entire game. Okay, first, Surger is what this affects. And then our Surger speed, Surger damage, and can wire capture. This is weird. This shouldn't be a bool. This should be like a no change thing. This is bad. Yeah, that's wrong. We can't really fix it though. I think, without breaking people's maps. If people have maps. This should be an enum of like no change, yes, and then no. I'm talking to Tucker. Well, add a note. Be like, yo, and this, like, we use this in the campaign too, so wire capture should be an enum. Like, yes, no change. This affects all maps, including the campaign upgrade. So if you change it, be sure to update that to work. Yeah, it'll break some people's maps. We'll put a note, I guess, in the change log and be like, yeah, sorry about that. Are there other pools in here we missed somehow? Everything in here should be like this.
We could make our first map version and converter.
Yeah, these two don't matter because they just modify how the thing is. Sorry, what was that?
We could make our first map version converter. Iterate over all the assets. Change fields. Maybe.
Having one building break is... it's gross, but we're like still in beta. It's a small break. Like, we'll want to keep the field, Tucker. We'll just want to hide it. Because otherwise it'll break serialization. Because it'll look through all the keys, I think. Yeah, anyways, there's things to think about there. But we'll do that off stream. Anyways, so we have this Surger upgrade. And we are giving it speed. So I think this is like 3. So let's do like... So in the game, the campaign, like a 25 is what you get from like fragmented. So let's do like 35. And the thing is when we do this amount of speed, we actually also need to reduce wire build times some in certain cases. And now the damage multiplier, just 2. It's just double damage. You double the damage. This is strong, and it should feel strong. Yeah. Okay, so Now we need to make the map action that actually does that. So we have like, for example, where's our like lance power up? Why can't I find things? Buy lance charges. Why does it feel like I'm in triggers? Power up turret. You know, we'll just start with this. Okay, so copy this. Power up Surger. So this one is a claim of 3. That's the location. And plus. So I think else we can do is we can make an upgrade to 2 specific things that change, which we can apply both. So we might want to make the operational time of wires a little quicker, basically. That's what that means. Green. What was it? Okay. 35 and 2x. I feel like the 2x is worth more. So plus 100% Surger damage. Right, and then plus 35% Surger speed. And then plus or minus 10% wire build time. Because they have to be able to build wires behind them. So that's important. I mean, they could just get the wire upgrade separately, I guess, but this should feel strong. So can we do multiple? Hopefully we can. Yes, we can. Good. We can do multiple action modifiers. Good. Power up. The Surger. We need to copy this. Power up Surger. Permanently. Surger power up. And then we want to do like Surger wire power up too. So let's create another one of these. Surger wire power up. This will be another upgrade. And this one is a wire. And we're just changing. Oh, we could do build times too, I guess, for the Surger. I don't know. There's already a lot of stuff on that list, so I don't want to like continue to add to it. Okay, so yeah, in here we just have the build time. So we'll just make this 0.9, I think. I really need to change that parser so that you can press 0.9 and have it work. Okay, so in here, then we go Surger wire. So it's like the Surger power up, Surger wire power up. This then happens at the trigger here, which does power up Surger. And then we want the clear, which we don't have yet. So clear power up Surger. Select the copy area. Select the paste area. And you know what? Let's just make one of these for the ray. Clear power up ray. Copy. Select copy area. Select paste area. Since we're literally doing that one. And it's the last one. Okay, so we have this copy and paste happening, and we want to just do it here. So clear power up Surger. Now we want to add power up Surger to the shop loop. So shop loop, beacons for power up, and then the power up surger. So we got those 5. We have one more to do, and sure, let's just do that right now. So we'll make a copy of this. Power up ray. We already have the clear for this one, so I'm just gonna add it. Clear power up ray. This is gonna be plus 200%. I don't know. You spent 4 tokens on this, so it's gotta be good. I think people want the cooldown though more. So 75% ray cooldown, just because you want to use it for like every ray. So if you get this, you have every 30 seconds, which is approximately every single wave. Instead of it just being one wave, which is very nice. And it's long range, so you can just use it. Pew, pew, pew. And the charges stack up, so if you didn't use it, it's like saved up. So you get this early, it's actually extremely good later. And we'll do plus like a little bit of damage, 50% ray damage or whatever. Cool. We need to set the actual trigger spot. So that's here. Now we need to set it to 4. Yeah, it needs to be 4 of these things. Full blockades. Hey, you got ray cooldown, damage. Clear. Now we need to make the map trigger that actually does that. So power up turret. Let's copy this. Power up ray. Copy. Not that. But let's add it here. Power up ray. And then we want an action modifier. So let's make a new one. Not set action modifier. Create. Upgrade. Power up ray. This is gonna have to be the fire laser. Now the big thing was the cooldown. We wanted that to be 75%, so this should be 0.25 for the cooldown multiplier. The other thing we wanted to do was damage. So let's try to find that. HQ and laser. So this comes in 2 varieties, so it's kind of weird. I mean, we could just up both by that amount, and that's probably the most honest way to put it. So, yeah, 1.5. 1.5. Attack range the same. Blast time multiplier. I don't want... It's already like 12 seconds. It's pretty long. Okay, and so then that goes on the map action. Upgrade ray. And then upgrade ray is here. And then on the set, we go power up ray. Bam! So let's go test those 2 and see how it do. So I want to see first like how much these do normally. So they do 62.5. Oh, it didn't reset the whole thing. It just reset the bottom one. That's not good. So we should be doing quite a lot more now. Yeah! Wow, 125 damage, bro. How fast are they? Do they keep up? Okay, that looks really good. Just seems strong. If you have the wires, I feel like a good strategy might be to get that and then get a bunch of wires charges and just put them all into wires. And that could be a strategy. Okay, so the clear part of it wasn't working though. So let's look at that. Something didn't work. So we want the clear surger. Select the copy area. I want you to do this, and I want you to do it here. I don't know why that wasn't working. Right, select copy area. I'm going to just redo this one. I don't know if I forgot to do them, or if there's something weird happening that's preventing them from saving. Okay. Cool. Look at that. Bam. And I don't have enough to get the Ray upgrade now. We gotta reset level. Because it only spawns 7. or 6. Okay. There. Go on in. Cool, it resets them all. Ray cooldown. What's our thing? 5,000 damage. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Damage, bro. Enemies coming. It's weird it says 2 next attacks. We'll need to fix that. Something's not quite right there. Come on, I want to blast you with my laser. Oh my gosh, the damage is crazy. I mean, you saved up 4 whole tokens for it, so like I think I'm good with that. Yeah, what does that equate to? So if it's a 12-second total time, yeah, and the cooldown's not smaller for some reason. Like it's still 2 minutes. You know what this means? We just gotta buy a charge. That's not working either. Okay, so I think that's a bug in the code. Like, we have these set up. Something is wrong with how cooldowns are being shown or managed. We do a slightly special thing with these, and I think that could be it. Maybe it's like taking a copy or something. I don't know. I wanna wait a couple seconds to blast this thing, because that seems amusing to me. The full fury of an upgraded laser. Oh, it just melts it. Yeah, that is very amusing. Upgrade worth its weight in gold. Yeah, so something is weird about that. I'm not sure what exactly. Let's just double check that the modifier was set up correctly. So that was Ray upgrade, R's. Action modifier. Ray. Where's the R's? My brain is not seeing them. What? Did we not make it? Am I feel like assets are disappearing beneath me. I feel like we made this one. Power up Ray. Oh, we gave it the wrong name. So, action cooldown multiplier. This is set to 0.25. Why isn't this working? So, let's rename this to Ray Power Up. Because that's what I'm expecting it to be called with all of the other ones that are specific to buildings, right? Wire Power Up, etc. But this is just not doing anything. So that's just a bug. Changing Ray cooldown doesn't do anything. might be because we we need to listen to an event to update this correctly on HQs, I think. So like the HQ needs to listen to the template to know if it changes, because I think it has its own copy of this. It does. Okay, that's why. So basically, when we apply like upgrades, we aren't properly modifying the HQ's cooldown, because your cooldown as the player is probably getting changed just fine, but every HQ has its own cooldown, and that needs to change. Along with charges, actually, it's both, and that's why neither are working, because they have their own independent cooldowns and charges. Charging rate, cooldown / charges doesn't do anything. This is probably because HQs have their own copy of the cooldown, which needs to change. I should be able to listen to and change event for this delta. Do it just like the base template changes, but for the HQs. Okay, yeah, I don't know exactly what the bug is there. Just look at it later. Okay, so we'll just assume that eventually gets fixed. It's sad that we don't have a bunch of lasers yet, but we will have those shortly. Okay, this is looking pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this. The Surger upgrade, the turrets, like this is beginning to look really neat. Like there's things you can choose between and all that. Let's get rid of this wall so it's symmetrical. You know, have your game look pretty if you can. Shoop, shoop. Yeah, so it's open on the bottom, open on the top, and this is open everywhere. I want a way of visually differentiating these, because the actual layout is not too dissimilar. Like, I don't know exactly the best way to make them look different, but having these pillars here is probably good. Another thing I need to do is I need to make this one work like the top one with the resetting of them. Because right now the top lets you do all tokens and whatnot. So we're going to do the same. That's probably going to take the next hour or so. So if you wanted to like skip ahead and not watch me do that, you can totally do that. And, you know, you probably won't have missed very much, as we're going to just do the same thing we did here down here. I'm still going to record it in case you're interested, but like, you know, that's what we're doing. Okay, so the power shop, that's good. The charge shop, this has the repeater, it has the beacons. So the thing we need to basically go through is go to all of these and replace this guy with the reset for, or the clear for the specific thing. So let's start here. Here, and then we want like clear. So let's do a copy clear charge lance copy. Or wait, no, we wanted wire. Oops, rename. Wire. Select copy area. Oh, we need to reset this area first to be that way. Okay, we will be back. So I don't want you to be able to lose one accidentally, because right now if you like have two platform together and you send them in, you become a little bit sad. A thing we could do is we could let you submit two at the same time, and maybe that gives you like a bulk bonus or something. I'm pretty iffy on that. I'm I'm pretty iffy on that right now. I don't think that's that interesting. Like, if you put in 2, it gives you more or something. And it's like, Okay, so we'll do... There. 3 lances, a shield, bunch of wires, 2 triplexes, or a ray charge. Okay, so now we just need to... Well, the trigger is filling the whole space, so it doesn't actually matter, because you can't like put in more. So we don't need to reset the triggers, but we do want to change the resets. So, map action for clear wires. Copy area. Paste. Copy. Change platform. Copy area. Paste. Clear lance. Copy area. Select. And copy. Lance. Turret. You can't get turrets. Oops. We just don't have turrets. Let's add turrets. Shield. Man. Shield. There. Turret. I mean, we want it to be 1 and 1. We could do 2, I guess. Turrets are real good, though. Like, their range is very solid. Which is very good. I also kind of feel like we want to do a little bit more wires, like 14 wires. I feel like 14 wires is probably better. A superior ideal. Okay. So that means we're going to make new triggers for that or whatever. But, like, let's finish the rest of these. Dang it, what was triplex and ray. So, copy, clear, charge, triplex, select area, pop, copy, ray. Now buy wires needs to clear charge wires, buy triplex, clear triplex, wires shields, clear charge shields, by ray, clear charge ray, platforms, clear charge platforms, lances, clear charge lance, And then we want to make another trigger, which is for the buy turrets. Right. And this is going to have the clear turret. And we need to give this an area. Purchased 1x turret for the dialogue. Clear set. Turret. Oh, it will replace it with not a wire for the clear because there wasn't a wire in it before. So let's change that. So let's go to here. Clear. That's in here. Clear charge turret. There you go. So now we need to just make the modifier that gives a charge. So if we go to this, there's like the ones that's like add charges, and we want to basically make one of those. So upgrade, add 1 turret, add 1 turret charge, turret. One. And then here. We need to make the map action first. Copy by turret charges. Add 1 turret charge. Perfect. By turret charges. Clear. Okay. And then just the beacon itself, we want to be able to buy turrets. Okay, cool. I think we've added turrets. Let's do a test and see what it do. So currently we have 0 turrets. Didn't clear it. It says we purchased a shield. Oh! It did both, didn't it? This, we didn't, so the shield was this whole block of 3. It cleared this one triggered, this one didn't. So we actually do need to change the trigger for shield because it's too big. Trigger by shield. There we go. And test. So the next thing is probably just to... Hey, there we go. We got a turret. Almighty turret. And I have 17 turrets. It's a lot of turrets. You're like, oh man, I got serious firepower here. Okay, so anyways, okay, so we have this like debug thing. I kind of want to add that also for down here, and like let's just fill in this mid space. Blue. And hopefully it's reasonably obvious. Like you go here, 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 here. I don't know really of a way to make people... Oh! We could put a resource patch on these, actually. to like make them be a place you want to move, I guess. I don't know why putting resources on them would make people want to move onto them, but I guess. Eh? We could put a blockade at the end of each of them. So it's like you're moving to the blockade. Like we do. Train one of those, basically. It's like that one takes 2. This one takes 2. Or I mean 4. And then you put the token next to the token. I'm unsure if that actually seems reasonable. I feel as if it is not. But also, I don't like how it's got nothing. We'll just leave it as is for now. We'll do a little bit of testing and see what people think. And if it's not that obvious, we can put something here. I feel like blockade is probably the best because you can't build it. We could also put like a miner or something. Just like collect. I don't know. I don't know what players are going to think about this. So we'll see. This is not a common thing to do unless you're a weird like StarCraft custom map or something. Okay, so this has the resetting, but it doesn't give you a bunch. I just want to like test it. So for that reason, we want to add a bunch here, right? So this does like spawn shop tokens. And there's like a do a bunch. So let's get rid of both of those. And I think we can just copy this. Spawn charge shop tokens. Charge shop tokens. And then let's paste area. This is actually too big, isn't it? It is too big. It is too big. There. And then here. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't use this one then. Literally unusable. Blue. Okay, cyan. Platform. Building. Or blockade. What we should probably do is also put wires between them. Should also do it for the top one, but like that way you don't lose so many wires if you don't delete them. You'll lose a few if you don't delete them, but hopefully less. There's not a way to not bleed charges. You know, we could just give you a free one, I guess. Like, that's not unreasonable to say when you get a token, you also get a free wire. If you're wanting to demolish it, you know. Congratulations, you get a token and a free wire if you really want the wire. But like, let's not delete the wire, I guess, because you'd then maybe like leaking wires, losing them. People be like, where are my wires? No. Okay, chart shop. Select copy area. Select paste area. Trigger. Spawn debug for the charge shop. Okay, and then we're just gonna do a test. Test to see that all this stuff is working as we expect it to. So we'll do a quick capture. Pop. Okay, so this should... Okay, it's 40. That's good. We got a shield. Good. Got a turret. We should get 2 triplexes. Got 2 triplexes. And I know the wires work already. We got... Okay, everything is still working. And it deleted all of the stuff. So we didn't make any mistakes. Very good. Very good. Very good. And then we can change up here to be better too. But those are just for debug purposes. I don't care. We can leave them be. All right. So I think that's a good place probably to stop for the moment. Next time we'll be working on these waves more. That was part of the recording that I think we lost. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. Who knows? But we'll be adding more waves of this happening. So yeah, that will be cool. Much cool. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.